A serpent whispers, "Fruit is eaten." But the real shock isn't the sin. It's what God does next. Genesis 3 is where everything breaks. The serpent slides in with a question. Did God really say? It's subtle, but deadly. The first temptation is not about appetite, it's about trust. If the bride can be convinced her groom's word isn't good, everything unravels. Eve listens. The fruit looks desirable. She takes and eats, then gives to Adam. He eats too, and suddenly their eyes are opened, but not to glory, to shame. They hide, covering themselves with fig leaves, ducking behind trees when the Lord comes walking in the garden. From intimacy to hiding in one chapter. God calls, "Where are you?" Not because he doesn't know, but because the bride must face her condition. They confess, blame shift. But the truth is clear. Covenant trust has been broken. Judgment follows. The serpent is cursed to crawl, and here comes the first gospel prophecy. I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He shall crush your head, and you shall bruise his heel. That's the proto-evangelium, the first gospel. From the seed of the woman will come Christ, the bridegroom, who will crush the serpent once and for all. For the woman, pain and childbirth. For the man, toil and sweat. The ground itself resists them now. But even here, God is pointing to the bride. The pain of bearing children becomes the picture of the church bringing forth new life. The sweat of toil points to the labor of mission until Christ returns. The curse isn't random. It's prophetic. And then the stunning moment. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. Think about that. The first death in creation wasn't human. It was an animal slain by God's own hand to cover their shame. Innocent blood shed to clothe the guilty. That's Christ on the cross. The bride's fig leaves are never enough. She must be covered in the righteousness of her groom. Finally, Adam and Eve are driven from the garden. Cherubim guard the way to the tree of life. Paradise is lost, but only for a time. Because Revelation ends with access restored. The bride will eat from the tree of life again, clothed not in skins, but in white robes washed in the blood of the Lamb. Genesis 3 isn't just the fall. It's the first chapter of the gospel. The bride stumbles, the groom promises, and redemption begins. If you believe Christ was already preparing a way back for his bride in the very moment of the fall, put the word redeemed in the comments.